Well, good morning, everybody. Jeff Slakey and Spencer Hughes on Daybreak, and it is time now to check in with our roving reporter for Washington State Department of Transportation. Doug Adamson is now coming to us live from Coffee Creek, where there's been a heck of a lot of work over the last couple of months. Good morning, Doug. Good to see you.
Thanks for having us on. We do appreciate it. It's a really a big milestone for this fish barrier removal project we've been doing here at the Shelton Matlock Road. As you can see behind me, water is now flowing through Coffee Creek. So what we did was we're under a federal court injunction to really step up and remove a lot of barriers from fish. We've been doing it for years, but now we're really moving that forward and getting a lot of the work done. And here in Shelton, instead of us tearing up 101, tearing up all the ramps, the design builder, Parsons Carcella, came up with this incredible innovation. And they said, let's realign the creek and let's run it into Goldsborough Creek instead of doing all that.
This is a very heavily trafficked interchange, as you've mentioned. The work on the on-ramps and off-ramps here around that area has been watched by everyone going through Shelton and through 101 for the past couple of months. And it's the ramps itself and the work done on the roads looks great. And then as you start to peek your head over the edge there and see the other work that's being done, now how were they able to move Coffee Creek into Goldsboro? Talk to me a little bit about what's happening down there on stream level.
Sure, you bet. Well, the way to do it, innovation and horsepower, and a lot of elbow grease. So basically what they did was a lot of people saw the work that's going on just outside of 101, the Shelton Matlock Road. And what we did was we punched in this simulated stream. And if you look at it, you can see the wood in there. You can see all these great things that spawning fish and other habitat love. And we built that. And then we had to realign the Shelton Matlock Road for a while to put in a big culvert, which is now carrying traffic over. So that's why we had that 2-lane bypass road. Now, the traffic has moved back. We did have to realign the ramps in order to do this. So that's why you saw the new southbound exit and the southbound on-ramp there. Now, we just removed the earth, and now the water is moving through into Goldsboro.
Isn't that something? I would imagine that this isn't a normal thing either for the contractors or for WSDOT. Did you have to get ecology in to explain how a fish enjoys the things that you added into there?
We have an awful lot of experience. We've been working extensively with ecology, the tribes, a lot of different groups. And basically what we're doing is we're simulating what a real stream is. And so there are a lot of different places where fish can hang out and they can rest, they can stay away from predators. It's at a certain grade that fish like to go up. And what's important about this is they couldn't get beyond 101 before. Now they will be able to.
So what are the expectations for the Coffee Creek or Goldsboro Creek fish that hadn't been able to get up past this area? Are there some conversations, at least that ecology may have said, well, now maybe we'll get them back up to a certain point that they were at before this was all first there?
We have. And so we've been doing a lot of fish passage and fish barrier removal projects, like in Camilchi and Highway 108. People might remember that we did the same thing there just a few years back.
Yeah.
Fish come back. You listen, when a lot of these culverts were built decades ago, there wasn't a lot of consideration for fish. Well, now we're fixing those mistakes from years later in order to think about the environment for moving fish as well as people.
And this is one of many state projects that will take multiple years. Is that right, to remove all these fish barriers?
It is, and it's a large program. And if you look on the WSDOT webpage, there are hundreds of identified fish barriers that we've already done, are doing, and will continue to do. What's unique about this was, again, the tremendous job that Parsons Carcella came up with. They thought, hey, why don't we try this approach? And we will minimize the effect on travelers, we'll change the ramps, and we'll be able to put in a tremendous product for everybody.
So what is next for the actual roadway and for the drivers? I went through there yesterday, and it seems pretty wide open as the flow of traffic moves about.
Well, first, we appreciate everyone's patience through this. We did our best to, and continue to do our best to keep people moving. The majority, the lion's share of the work is over. In early September, we will have to close the ramps for 3 days, both the exit and the on-ramp, to do the final paving. We'll get the dates out for that to happen, so people have to detour through the first Shelton exit or through Wallace Neeland. So we appreciate people's understanding, but we'll put the final layer of asphalt on it, and really that will be the last effect for travelers.
Doug Adamson is at Coffee Creek at 101 Interchange, just at the City Center exit off 101 for Shelton. And he is with WSDOT here and coming to us, talking to us a little bit about the water now flowing. It's an exciting time down there. It'll be very exciting for the fish when they start to go, wait a second, I don't remember being able to get passed up this way very far before. That'd be pretty cool to see. Doug, nice to talk with you. Thanks for doing these reports for us. And the next time you have something to share with the listeners from a scene, let's do this again.
Thanks for your coverage. We do appreciate it. And we appreciate drivers who put down the phone when they drive. When you drive, just please drive.
Oh, well, while I have you here, how is the merging interchange there at 101 and 8, right? It's right there. You guys were working on making sure people were kind to each other as they merge in just north of Steamboat Island there. That seems to be good. That was a couple years ago.
The zipper merge.
That's what it was.
Yeah, the zipper merge, and we do have a video on it on there, and there's a learning curve, and unfortunately there are some people who are like, I am the authority and you can't let me in, and things like that. But there's a reason why we build 2 lanes. And, you know, if I'm at the grocery store, I let the person in front of me go. I don't see why that's any different when I'm behind my vehicle, behind the wheel. So we've seen a lot of people help out with that merge. And really, it is a good effort for us to increase efficiency without spending a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
People say, a lot of people say, well, just widen the bridge. Well, we're talking huge dollars to do something like that. And those funds aren't available.
Right. Huge funds, huge delays. I mean, that's one of the only ways to get out to Aberdeen and Hoquiam and the coast. And, that would be a nightmare if you had to do that. Doug, good to talk with you. We could talk transit and transportation all day long, I think, but we'll leave it here and check back in with you next time. Doug Adamson from WSDOT, good to talk with you, buddy.
My pleasure.